Regional information sharing systems. RIS-Intel, criminal intelligence database solving cases through information sharing. RIS-Safe, officer safety event deconfliction system safeguarding law enforcement through information sharing. RIS-Gang, RIS National Gang Program, combating gang activity through secure communications and information sharing. RIS-ATEX, automated trusted information exchange providing secure interagency communications and information sharing resources. RIS-Impact, learned how RIS services and resources are benefiting law enforcement efforts across the nation. Investigative services, services and programs offered to help apprehend, prosecute, and convict criminals. About the RIS program, a proven resource for law enforcement. The mission of the Regional Information Sharing Systems RIS program is to assist local, state, federal, and tribal criminal justice partners by providing adaptive solutions and services that facilitate information sharing, support criminal investigations, and promote officer safety. RIS has been supporting the law enforcement and criminal justice communities for more than 40 years. RIS is composed of 6 regional centers, and the RIS Technology Support Center works regionally and on a nationwide basis to respond to the unique crime problems of each region while strengthening the country's information sharing environment. More than 9,200 local, state, federal, and tribal law enforcement and public safety agencies are members of RIS. RIS is used and trusted by hundreds of thousands of law enforcement officers and criminal justice professionals in all 40 states, the District of Columbia, U.S. territories, England, New Zealand, and parts of Canada. RIS offers secure information sharing and communications capabilities, critical analytical and investigative support services, and event deconfliction to enhance officer safety. RIS supports efforts against organized and violent crime, gang activity, drug activity, terrorism, and violent extremism, human trafficking, identity theft, cybercrime, and other regional priorities. Congress appropriates funds each year to RIS. The Bureau of Justice Assistance, BJA, Office of Justice Programs, OJP, U.S. Department of Justice administers the RIS program. BJA provides funding, oversight, and program management for the RIS program. Although RIS is congressionally funded, it is locally managed. RIS also partners with other entities on projects that help support and further the RIS mission. The RIS centers operate their intelligence system under the Criminal Intelligence Systems Operating Policies 29 Code of Federal Regulations, CFR Part 23. All RIS member agencies have agreed to comply with the requirements of 28 CFR Part 23 with respect to any criminal investigation they submit into an applicable RIS criminal intelligence database. RIS has adopted a comprehensive privacy policy to protect individual privacy, civil rights, civil liberties, and other protected interests. RIS also developed the RIS Adaptive Strategy, which defines RIS's mission, vision, values, and primary goals and objectives. Governance and support. The following groups and individuals facilitate RIS's operations, policy development, and implementation. RIS National Policy Group, RNPG. The RNPG is composed of the 6 RIS Center directors who are the voting members for the RNPG, as well as the chair of each center's policy board or his or her designee. The RNPG is responsible for strategic planning, resolution of operational issues, advancement of information sharing, and decision-making affecting the 6 RIS centers, the nationwide organization, RIS technology initiatives, and service delivery. RIS Center staff. The RIS centers employ staff with expertise in management, criminal justice, law enforcement, intelligence, investigative techniques, analytical processes, training and publications development, field support, and information technology to assist agencies with their investigations and prosecutorial efforts. RIS staff are prohibited from direct involvement in law enforcement operations. RIS policy boards. Each RIS center has a policy board composed of representatives from member agencies in the center's multi-state region and the director of the in-region RIS center. The policy board serves as the governing authority for the center and may provide direction affecting center policy, operation, and administration. The director is responsible for implementing policies and directives of the center's policy board and administers and manages center activities. There are more than 100 policy board members nationwide. RIS Chief Information Officer, CIO. The RIS Chief Information Officer represents RIS at the nationwide level, ensures optimal communication and coordination efforts with RIS partners, and fosters opportunities to present RIS solutions for information sharing, deconfliction, and investigative support. Membership. RIS membership has grown to more than 9,000 law enforcement and criminal justice agencies, including more than 140,000 authorized users. Now, what could possibly go wrong? Agency membership is required for access to most RIS resources. Some exceptions include RIS Safe, RIS Gang, RIS ATIX. Membership is a critical component to ensuring a trusted RIS network of users, as well as the integrity of the overall information sharing process and the RISnet and its related programs and applications. Each RIS center has implemented a membership application and policy board approval process. Agency membership is typically open to all local, state, federal, and tribal enforcement agencies, prosecution agencies, and corrections agencies, as well as multi-jurisdictional task forces and regulatory agencies with law enforcement or criminal investigative authority. However, it is important to note that membership in a RIS center is governed by the specific RIS center's rules, procedures, policies, constitution, and or bylaws. Law enforcement agencies may access RIS Safe, the RIS Officer Safety website, RIS Gang, and other resources after completing a thorough vetting process without the requirement to establish RIS membership. In addition, individuals participating in RIS ATEX also complete a vetting and approval process prior to accessing RIS resources. RIS has established information sharing partnerships with member and non-member law enforcement agencies at the state and federal levels based on federated identity technology. RIS's federated partnerships provide its members with access to numerous information services that are available on partner systems and provide users of partner systems with access to resources on RISnet. RISnet resources. The RIS Secure Cloud RISnet is a sensitive but unclassified SBU system that connects disparate systems, provides bidirectional sharing, and offers a single simultaneous search of connected systems. Hundreds of resources, most owned by RIS partners, rely on the RISnet infrastructure to share millions of records among and between law enforcement personnel from all levels. Currently, more than 80 systems are connected or pending connection to RISnet. More than 44.2 million records are available through these and other resources. RISnet and its related applications have been instrumental in facilitating secure information sharing among law enforcement agencies and officers at all levels of government across the country. RISnet is an effective, proven network that partners rely on to share information, collaborate efforts, connect and solve cases, and stay safe. In 2016, RISnet reached its 20th year as one of the nation's premier secure law enforcement networks. RIS has developed a number of resources accessible via RISnet that are critical to the law enforcement community's mission. Some of these resources are listed below. RIS Criminal Intelligence Database, RIS Intel, RIS Officer Safety Website, RIS ATEX, RIS Gang, RIS Money Counter Project, MCP, RIS Property and Recovery Tracking System, RIS Prop, RIS Safe, RIS Leads Investigative Website, law enforcement websites hosted on RISnet, Drug Pricing Reference Guide, RIS Master Telephone Index. Nationwide initiatives and partnerships. RIS supports numerous nationwide and federal partnerships that help enhance and expand efficient and effective information sharing among the criminal justice community. RIS is a key player in federal information sharing initiatives that contribute to significant cost and time savings through enhanced criminal justice information sharing, both horizontally and vertically, in ways that further strengthen public and officer safety and federal, state, local, and tribal agency and staff relationships across the nation. Currently, more than 1,000 federal agencies are members of RIS. Examples of RIS's nationwide and federal partnerships include the following: FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations, Law Enforcement Enterprise Portal, LEEP, Federal Law Enforcement Training Centers, FLETC, Global Justice Information Sharing Initiative, Global, High Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas, HIDTA, Interpol, Law Enforcement National Data Exchange, NDEX, National Criminal Intelligence Resource Center, NCIRC, National Motor Vehicle Title Information System, NMVTIS, National Fusion Center Association, NFCA, National Virtual Pointer System, MVPS, National White Collar Crime Center, NW3C, Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, IntelLink U, Partner Engagement, Information Sharing Environment, PE-ISE, United States Attorney's Office, USAO, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DHS, and the Homeland Security Information Network, HSIN, U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ. These and other partnerships have resulted in streamlined processes, increased information sharing, and officer access to critical data, safer officers and communities, and the advancement of important technology solutions. Some of those are highlighted below. As part of the Northeast Fusion Center Intelligence Project, RIS connected 19 Fusion Centers intelligence systems to RIS Intel via RISNet. RIS is expanding this project excuse me. RIS is expanding this project to its southern region and plans to connect additional fusion center systems. Through the NDEX and RIS partnership, access to NDEX is available to authorized RISNet users via LEEP without additional username or password. This capability enables officers to obtain information quickly, saves officers time, streamlines operations, and enhances law enforcement's ability to respond to crime effectively and efficiently. Work continues to expand this capability nationwide. As foundational members of the Sensitive but Unclassified SBU Working Group and the National Identity Exchange Federation, HSIN, and RIS, have made significant progress in implementing bidirectional, secure single sign-on between the two systems. This integration provides a streamlined approach that enables users to quickly and easily access critical information. RIS is at the forefront in providing simplified federated access. Federated partnerships streamline users' ability to access information quickly without logging on to multiple systems. Additional funding will enable RIS to add additional federated partners and users, thereby offering additional resources to law enforcement personnel in a secure, efficient manner. More than 35,000 users from trusted partner systems are using federated identity to access RISNet resources, including the FBI's Law Enforcement Enterprise Portal, the Chicago, Illinois Police Department, and the Pennsylvania Justice Network. Let's go back to this map here. So here are the nationwide systems. WSIN, established in 1980. Executive Director Kent A. Shaw, 800-952-5258, info at wsin.ris.net. MOCIC, established 1980. Executive Director David A. Hall, 800-846-6242, info mocic.ris.net. NESPIN, established 1979. Executive Director Curtis M. McKenzie, 508-528-8200, info at nespin.ris.net. Nationwide contact Chief Information Officer Matt McDonald, 215-208-2702, M. McDonald at risk.net, RMIN, established 1977, Executive Director Jeff L. Pierce, 800-821-0640, info at rmin.risk.net, ROCIC, established 1973, Executive Director Donna K. Williams, 800-238-7985, info at rocic.risk.net, Magloclin, established 1981, Executive Director Douglas J. Burrig, 800-345-1322, info at magloclen.risk.net, Risk Technology Support Center, Chief Information Officer Julie K. Humphrey, 615-849-2560, J. Humphrey, JHUMPHREY, at risktech, risstech.risk.net. Okay. Risk Investigative Support Systems. Here we go. RiskNet resources. RiskSafe, RiskIntel, RiskAtex, RiskGang, Risk Officer Safety website, Risk Leads Investigative website, law enforcement websites hosted on RiskNet, Drug Pricing Reference Guide, Risk Master Telephone Index, Risk Money Counter Project, Risk Property and Recovery Tracking System, Risk Master Telephone Index is an analytical database designed to compare and match common telephone numbers in law enforcement investigations from across the nation. When numbers are queried or uploaded into the MTI, matches from existing cases generate a hit report that includes the name of the agency, the agent's name, the analyst's name, and contact information. Risk centers, Magloclin, Mock, Nespin, Rimmon, Rockbot, My State, and Sign In. I guess these links don't work. Middle Atlantic Great Lakes Organized Crime Enforcement Network, serving Delaware, Indiana, Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and the District of Columbia, as well as Canada and England. Location: Newtown, Pennsylvania. Phone: 800-345-1322. Email: info at magloclen.riss.net. Board members. MOC, Mid-States Organized Crime Information Center, serving Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin, as well as parts of Canada. Location: Springfield, Missouri. 846-6242. Email info@mocic.riss.net. Board members. NESPIN, New England State Police Information Network, serving Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont, as well as parts of Canada. Location, Franklin, Massachusetts. Phone, 508-528-8200. Email, info@nespin.riss.net. Board members.